Okay, hi everybody, and we're back again. And what day are we up to? Okay, day 28, and it's blue grey is the heading. And I haven't had a moment to look at Sarah's one. And what Rachel did was the Patricia Viramonte's pockets, and I went over and I had a look at Patricia's YouTube and really enjoyed how she uses a lot of paper, just like Rachel did, which I didn't really particularly want to copy on what Rachel was doing, but it made me realise I actually do like working with a bit of paper. So I had I got this new stamp in the mail, just segueing away again, which I thought I might use. This is part 2, so in part 1 I showed I was painting this background, and I had used this paper to stamp onto here and do things to get this print. So I've had and then I just, it was still a bit wet, so I'd stuck it down on some paper and ended up with these little things. So I started to muck around before I was recording, and I found that I had the bottoms of 2 paper bags, so I've put some type on there, and I thought that I would do a few things like this with the paper bags. So I'm going to start there. So I'm not copying Rachel, I'm just having a look at my thoughts. And so I also realised I had this distress oxide, get your mouth working, Stormy Sky it's called, and it's a more purpley kind of colour to me, but it's still not a blue to me. It's like it's got a greyish, not necessarily that on the top. I'll show you. So for me, blue grey is still more grey and lighter than a lot of these, but I just didn't really have anything, and I think that this is got a grey tinge to it, but it's still more blue. So I'm not really 100% happy with the heading of blue grey for this, but I'm just going to go ahead because well, why not? It's just the way it is. For today, for every day. Even though Rachel would probably would say I've got more time because I'm a bit behind, so I get maybe a couple of days extra notice. As you know, I didn't have any printer ink. It finally arrived yesterday. It was like, hallelujah, here it is, it's arrived finally. But even so, I still now am aware that my printer goes through printer ink, or I go through printer ink, rather speedily, and that's expensive. And so I'm going to be a bit more conscious about how much printing I do. All right. Excuse me. This is going to be a pocket, and I'm going to hope that today this decides to work. Maybe I will put this in again. I tried it yesterday. I was having all sorts of trouble with it. Possibly wasn't coming in deep enough or something, maybe. No, still having trouble with it. What is it? It must be this soft, maybe it's just soft stuff or something. Maybe, I don't know. It's new, it shouldn't be broken. Try it on something. I'll deal with that later. What I learnt from Patricia was that when she had trouble with her punch or she couldn't find it, she just tore it. And I decided that I quite liked that look too. And in fact, I had a bit of a muck around last night, and because I started yesterday, this is why I get behind, I procrastinate and I get behind. I started doing the blue-grey ahead, and then I got distracted by Patricia's YouTube with pockets, and I will just actually, where are they? Had a lovely time though, having a bit of a play and an experiment with the idea that Patricia uses of the ripping it and sewing down the sides. So I made, from my Olympics book, which is still going, I'm still using it for gluing, but I'm also, every so often I see a page and go, oh, that's interesting. Made some pockets. And I liked this because, did you know, in the Olympics, art contests, architecture, were part of the Olympics. So I made these. I made a little thing. My sewing machine gave me the biggest lot of trouble ever, and I think I won't ever try and do just a single layer of paper. But they've got little pockets. I'll put Patricia's link down. Another art contents, just sort of made them nature and art. And I made 3 pockets. My punch clearly worked at that particular moment in time, and stuck them together like that. And I like that. Little thing, tuck things will go in there. Anyway, that was my little segue. That, you know, it just happens because we do that stuff. We segue. All right. I'm going to get my brain into gear. One thing at a time, Christina. Focus. And try to find a sponge for that colour. Do I have one? I've got a very dark one. I've got that's the other blue. That's another blue. I've probably used that blue. Let's start with a fresh, clean one. So to me it is a little bit, I don't know, what do you think? Everyone's eyes are different. I have 2 people that will tell me something's green and I'll be telling them it's blue. Now, does that mean their eyes are better than mine? Or do we just see things differently? That's my question. It's coming up again. Now, what have I got? Got a little bit of this lace doily I wanted to use, and I feel that the white kind of pairs that bluishness back. It doesn't necessarily make it grayer, but I just, you know, like I said, I don't have anything, so this is what we're getting today. Little pockets like that there. Maybe I could put a little bit of this under there. No, because that covers it up. So I've got this if I want to rip or tear, but I might maybe I'll make a pocket. Oh, who knows? Who knows what I'm going to do? I sure don't. One day I will. So how is everyone anyway? How's everyone going today? What's happening in your world? I think on Monday we're having an announcement that we're going back to level 2 or stage 2 restrictions. Funnily enough, they're waiting till the day after Mother's Day. How rude is that? Like, if you're going to actually say that we can see family, why wouldn't you just do it for one day earlier for Mother's Day? But apparently that's tomorrow, Monday I mean, is May the 11th is the day when the state of emergency finishes. So they must have thought that one out ahead, well and truly. What else does this need? Maybe a butterfly. I found these. These are on the bio. I remembered it this time, and I remembered. I'm going to put it in the link. Biodiversity Library. Thank you, Rachel and Sarah, for putting me onto that, because there's some wonderful things, and they're just free printouts. Just do a quick. I don't like those scissors. I like these ones. Embroidery scissors for a quick fussy cut. How's that? Are they the right way? Oh no, that feels wrong. They're not left-handed scissors, but you know if it doesn't feel right. Paper doesn't want to swivel around today. Come on. Not playing the game. There we go. Don't know what's going on today. There's lots of banging on the roof. Not quite sure what that means. It's not been too bad. Just a lot of rain overnight, which is all right. I don't mind a bit of rain. I actually went for a nice walk. I had a hat on, so I didn't really get wet. Had a hat and a coat, but definitely was a nice warm walk in the drizzle today. Oh goodness, it's very bangy out there. Hope that's not my roof coming up. Shouldn't be. It's not that old, this place. Oh, that's nice. I like that. One little pocket, and I found a little card with. I was trying to find more blue grey, and I just couldn't. But on the website, even though this looks like a dodo, which it probably is, it does look a bit blue-grey in a dodo kind of way. That's funny. Made a poem. And I am going to put him in there. So that's one little thing finished for blue-grey. Yay, yay. All right, getting silly now. What else have we got in here? What else am I thinking I was going to do? Oh, there's paper on that already. This on here or up here. Or this way. That'll do. Yes, so it'll be sort of like opposite of that. Okay, that's what we're doing. Gotta love it. Spontaneity. On my next glue stick, I ran out yesterday or the day before. That's pretty good, isn't it? I just didn't actually think I was going to go through so many glue sticks. But that's all right. That's just the way it goes. It looks a bit wonky. I'll have to cover it up with something. Maybe this to match the other one. There. So today, being a Saturday, my flatmate and I have tried to catch up on MasterChef. I know I always try to talk about MasterChef every so often on here, and then I get daydreaming about food and stuff, and then I lose my track, and I probably shouldn't. But it was a good one this week because I saw my nephew sitting there in one of the, you know how they do the cook, you know how they do those, the audience members come in and they do the cooking, and my nephew and his girlfriend were there sitting in there. They were lucky, they got a gig going in there and being part of it. So that's a bit dark blue, that one, isn't it? Maybe I'll reserve that for if I absolutely need it. I didn't hear anything back from him about it, other than that his girlfriend was interviewed about the food, but she didn't make it onto the final cut. She's on the cutting room floor. Anyway, they're having a good old time, those two, him and his girlfriend, going on to MasterChef. We always say, when do we get to go on? Have someone cook us a meal. But it was a good one because it was about the suburbs. And they went to a little cellar, like a restaurant that's in a house, and it's one of those hidden things that you've got to be in the know about this particular place because they only serve 10 at a time. And basically the waiting list is like 200 people long or something ridiculous. And it's one of those little hidden gems that you've got to know about. You've got to be in the know. And so that was interesting watching that, because sometimes I thought, I went through a little phase of thinking, I should do that. I should just have a band in my house, in my lounge, and cook, make cakes and cook and stuff like that. But then I didn't, because I got sick and didn't think I could do it. Not without help anyway, not on my own. But you know, if you had the right person with you, you could. But my flatmate is a triathlete, and I just taught her how to make pumpkin soup last week, so pretty sure she wouldn't be so good on the helping with the food side of things. But I enjoyed it because they went, and they also went into to one area where a lot of the local people bought produce, like fresh garlic grown, and a beautiful Japanese lady with her little miso. She's made her miso. I'm going to trust this one more time. Please be kind. Be kind to me. No, it's just not doing it. If anything, it gives me a starting place for the rippy bit. I really have to work out what's going on with that punch. There. Okay. Yeah, so that was actually quite good. And that little 10-person restaurant-y thing, she made a Indian not noodle dish, because it wasn't like full of, like, they looked like noodles, but I don't even know if they had flour in, I can't remember. It was like a choux pastry paste thing that was made with turmeric and stuff, and spread out on the bench, and as it cooled, it sort of set, and then you rolled up. So it was like, you know how those little zucchini, you know how people make those zucchini noodles? It was a bit like that. Long, flat, thin noodles, but weren't really noodles. And that had everyone in a tizzy trying to make that. Because I think we're a week behind on watching it. Yeah, anyway. Went off on a tangent. I actually kind of just like those as they are. I think that's going to be it for them. What else can I make? I've got this, I've got this, I've got these, I've got a bit of paper, I've got a big butterfly. That's good collaging material. I could stick that on there and get a bit of a frame around it. Or, this is thicker card. Okay. I might keep the butterfly even though that's dark blue. I think I'll stick some more of these together. So anyway, the noodly noodle things, I haven't got it out of my system yet, so I've got to keep talking about it, were then put into a little milk kind of soupy thing around the outside. And I decided that, and I say it every week when I'm watching the show, that I should have one day where I make things, you know, I make things. And I just don't end up doing it. But I think I might make those. Because they look pretty interesting looking. Now, I'm making, what am I making? A little pocket. Just a little pocket. Thinking. What if that was there? What if I ripped this? Because I'm not even going to bother with that other punch trying that anymore. Very disappointed that I'm having so much trouble. Tear a bit of that. Put this down. taking a butterfly. I've got one, oh, I've got a big butterfly, haven't I? That's too big for this space. This is the very fussy cut. Sometimes you get the really good fussy cut, and other times you get the very, very fussy cut. I do like it, I still like it. I like it with the outline around it. There we go. Now I feel like I might like to, I did get the stamps out, and now my little, as you saw if you were watching the other, one of the previous YouTubes, I now have a little trolley right next to me, and it's much better and easier, I must say. And one of the little tricks I got about stamps is to do lots of little gentle ones to get the colour on. That's not really looking much like I'm getting much colour on that. That's weird. And then press on and leave it a second to get it to bite. Yeah, no, I'm not happy with that. That didn't really give the impression I wanted. Maybe it's too fine. All right, well, we'll do the bits of cotton, see how that works. Maybe this ink pad needs a bit of water on it or something. All right, let's see how we go with that one. You seem to get all my new devices and experiments a lot of the time. Oh, it's got a little bit. I think probably if it was a darker, it might work better. Oh, shouldn't experiment, but maybe maybe it's good to show an experimentation. I mean, you know, we're all learning. So that's a little pocket. I've got these little pockets, and I think that I like the size of this, but that was on the paper bags. And because I imagine these are pockets that are stuck into a journal, I don't necessarily want to do anything on the back. I like those. I've still got this, I've still got these. How about this? This becomes something. I wish I had more paper bags. No, I don't. Or do I? I lied, I do. Aha! There you go. I have more paper bags. Don't you hate it when it does that? What I will do is fold this. Everything can be saved. Nothing's really a mistake. There we go. This, let's do this one first. I'll use some glitter glue. Seal it. Some in here as well. I really like that edge. I actually would like to, maybe that's a tuck spot rather than an envelope. Maybe this is a sideways sort of tuck spot. So, alright, how wide is that? Now this was, as you saw in the previous video, if you watched that, I had a bit of trouble with the paint drying, and it's starting to stick, which was that area there, and it doesn't, like, there doesn't have to be perfection about this. It's part of learning, you know, it's part of this journey of play. I probably say that a lot. And when it's backgrounds and things like that, it really, really doesn't matter too much in terms of things like that happening, because we rip them, we tear them, we do all sorts of things with them, and it's just exciting and fun, and it's really, it's not like it's one, this is not one finished work of art. it just goes into, when it's collage, it just goes into your work. I do love this book for the colour of the edges. It's so old. Love it. Maybe this can be the one with the big butterfly on. Although I still am yet, oh, maybe I will be doing this. I just saw something new I could do. I always thought I was taking that other bit out because I didn't like it. All right, that was making me happy. I still want to do the butterfly on this one is going to be bigger, so I think I'm going to reserve the butterfly for that one. My brain is just all over the place. Well, it's not all over the place in a bad way. It's just different things I'm aware of, like, you know, just what's my flatmate doing? She trying to make some more pumpkin soup, but on her own this time. Thinking about being in the zone with this, and then my brain goes somewhere else while I'm doing it, but I'm still thinking about it. Now I also, what I was thinking about was how nice it'll be when I can see people again that are close people that I enjoy the company of, that I can actually have a hug. Like that'll be really nice. That's the sort of thing people who live with their partners or with children don't realise, that when you live on your own, well, I don't hug my flatmate, she's just a flatmate. When you live on your own, you don't have any physical touch. And I've been okay about it, but I notice it. Like, I'm not crying in my boots about it, but I'm also going, I'm noticing this. You know, it would be really nice to have a hug. Be nice to see my family, all of that sort of stuff. That was where my brain just went then for a minute while I was daydreaming doing this. I wish I'd have printed out more butterflies. Oh, I did. Oh, or did I? They're not right. They're not blue-grey though. They don't match. None of them. What else have I got? Oh, that would be ugly. Like, Why did I print out a page of locusts? I thought they were butterflies. They're locusts. Forget that. No, that's just no. Alright, I do not have anything special to put on top of here unless I find one of my trays has something in it that's interesting. Sticker, maybe a sticker, maybe there's something that'll, oh it is grey on here, party, no, that's not going to work. That does not compute. What's under here that might match blue-grey? Youth is not a time of something. It's a state of mind. Okay, yeah, that's fair comment. Fair enough comment. Here's a little grey looking cactus in a teapot with pink flowers. That is cute as, and you know what? That is going to be what goes on there. There. Oh, I love that. That's good. I like that. I'm glad I found that. That was what was needed. I also feel I might sew around the edge of that, but I'll do that another time or later. Because as you know, the sewing machine is not always my friend. And it could take me hours, and I actually don't have that much time. Well, I do. I've got all day. I'm not doing anything, am I? Not even going out. Not doing anything. Not meeting anyone at the cafe or anything like that. Got all the time in the world. I don't know why I feel rushed. I think it's because I know we've got one more MasterChef to go, and we were thinking we might do that tonight, or we might do it tomorrow morning. Who knows? I don't know. I just know I've got more art to do, and I want to get back because I missed yesterday for my abstract today, and that was a bit, I felt a bit naughty, although I do feel that this had a bit of abstract, and I could actually cut and paste that and be part of abstract today with that. I also enjoyed last night making those other little naturey types of envelopes, because that, you know, that really I think one of the things for me, I'm waffling on again, but that's okay, because you know what, we work through stuff when we waffle on sometimes. Thanks for being my therapy session. Last night when I was making those other little pockets, I was just enjoying having a play. You know, I just, when we're creative and when we're arty types, sometimes it's a little bit hard to, well, for me, I can't talk about everyone, but for me, sometimes it's hard for me to stay in a box or in a routine. So even though I'm loving this 100 days, it's fabulous for, I'm doing things that I haven't maybe done before sometimes, and it's giving me a, like, I don't mean, saying a purpose is not quite right, but it's giving me a focus for the day, of what particular, you know, oh, I've got this to do, so instead of sitting and faffing around going, what am I going to do, I've got a task, and for me that's actually really good, because I don't always get myself on task with everything all the time. So it's a really great project to do. Thank you, Rachel. But I also find that part of who I am needs that creative playtime where I'm not having to force myself to do it. Like, oh, it's got to be done this day, and I don't feel inspired, so I do I get worried. I get actually worried that I'm doing a crap job, that kind of thing happens in my head. And it's all lies, it's not the truth at all, it's lies. It's who cares if we're doing a crap job? We're doing the best for ourselves. We're not doing it to be brilliant. Well, can't say that. We're not doing it to prove how good we are to other people, is what I meant to say. We're doing it because we love it, because it's part of us, part of who we are, and makes us feel good, really. Makes us feel good. So the point of that ramble, gosh, no one will ever listen to this, it's all rambling. The point of it is that we need the dreaming, and we need the freedom to have that kind of, what do you call it, daydreaming. We need the daydreaming as well. Like, we also need that for our creativity and our creative mind to go on, come up with new ideas, find new solutions. That's the way an artist's mind works. So it's not a total struggle, because I'm doing what I love, but the experience of doing this 100-day, which is the first time I've ever done one, and I've already said, I can't believe I got past 10, let alone past 20, because usually I'm off with the fairies and off going, oh no, I'm going to go off and do this instead. But I'm sticking with this because I'm learning and I'm enjoying it. And it's proving a point to me where sometimes I choose other things instead of art and wonder why I'm not happy. And so, yes, that's quite a profound experience. I haven't even thought what I'm making with this. I just made it and I like it. But is it a tuck spot? Is it a pocket? Oh, I just thought what I'm doing with it. I wish I had two of these. Oh, I do have two. Do I have two butterflies? I have. I printed out a double-sided. I've got two butterflies. How good is that? This is what I'm doing. I am making before I cut it, I will just have a thought about it. I thought I will make a pocket, which could be a double pocket. But if I cut it all the way here, it's kind of a severe pocket, isn't it? Which is still all right. To the same. So, just so as we're all clear, including me, mostly me, if I cut it like that, it's a pocket. And it would even fit in here. And I can make two of those because cutting it on the diagonal like this will create two. There it is. There's one. And what I'll have to do with this one is glue this edge down. So we'll use the glitter glue. 2 matching pockets, matching but not matching. I think I'd like to take a bit off so it's not so pointy. I don't like it being pointy. Go away, you pointy bit. And I'd really like these sewn. It's all Rachel's fault. She's got me onto sewing. Thanks, Rachel. It's not a bad thing. It's kind of a bit of an addiction, isn't it? I love it how I sort of have one idea about how I'm going to start and then it just completely goes on this long journey and segues into other things that I didn't even know I was going to make. Isn't that good? So I've got a cute little pocket thing, cute other little pocket thing with a dodo that's probably more grey than blue, and more blue than grey. Another cute little tuck spot, another cute little pocket, and I've got 2 butterflies that I can cut out, and let me do that to get an idea of the size of them. Do a quick fussy cut. And work out, oops. These are printed onto 120 GSM card. I was finding that I was enjoying printing out onto the photocopy paper, just the normal 90 GSM, and then I got some 120. Actually, maybe this is 120. No, this is 210. I got some 120, and I really liked that for pages in a journal. But then I just felt that the 210 was, or the 220, 210, 220, whatever it was, is just better for this sort of thing. Okay, one. I don't like pointy bits today. There, gone. Off. Cutting, cutting, cutting. Okay, do I want something behind like that. Do I want a bit of this on it to keep it in line with the others? Maybe. What else? I've got text. I've got. This is very blue. It's very. Oh well. Oh well. I really like those. I think I really like. I love butterflies, and I enjoy this colour. Like, this is one of my colours I love. So I'm really happy with these. These are like ones where I kind of go, oh, what do I use them for? Because I love them. I think I'll have to use them myself. My own book. Don't know if I want to sell them. So yeah, the point I was making was that I actually really have tried to do something else this week for work or for income or whatever, and just did not feel so good. Not as good as doing this is. And they're the moments where we kind of recommit to what we're doing, as this is who we are today. Like, you know, we keep changing. I mean, through this whole COVID thing also, there's been, you know, lots of people going through lots of change. So I kind of, I don't know, I just feel like I've gone through a massive change myself. It's about choosing the things that bring you joy. Choose what brings you joy. And this brings me joy. I can do this all day, every day. Isn't that a good sign? There, like that. Finish this one. No, I was using this one. And also, I've been just really enjoying the process of doing the videos, you know, because this is my first lot of videos, and learning different editing techniques as I go, and admitting that probably I'm making a complete mess of it all, but I'm really having fun and I'm enjoying learning. So yeah, that's a really good thing. See, I'm just working it out, you see, I'm working it out in my head. It's like working it out is me trying to get permission give myself permission to do it. But you know what? I don't need permission. I'm pretty over 50. I'm allowed to make my own decisions. Truth be told, I'm closer to 60, but you know, how good is that? Don't need permission from anybody. I can do this because, just because I love it. There you are. Bring that back a bit. Just dust that up a bit. Dust this up a bit. And I'm happy with today. I know it's part 1 and part 2, but must have been the butterflies. They brought me joy. Alright, so pocket. 2 little tuck spotty pocket things, tuck spots. Another tuck spot. And 2 more little pockets. Or tuck spots, however you want to see them. There you go. There you have it. Today, day, what was it? 28. So, I wonder what day 29 is. Alright, day 29 looks like a staggered journal with collage. So that might be a bit more intricate. Although that was intricate. I who knows, I was just waffling on the whole time, and I enjoyed it, and I love them, and they're my favourite. Anything I've made out of my 100 days so far, these are actually my favourites. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.